Cam over downtown Knoxville. Can see those mostly clear skies, lingering cloud cover that's in place right now. But again, like I mentioned, it is a cold start for us right now heading out the door this morning. Temperatures ranging into those 20s at this very moment with feel like temperatures in the teens right now. So even as our temperatures slightly improve, and by slightly, I truly mean that on the lightest way possible, because we're only going to see afternoon high temperatures eventually reach into those lower 30s. It's not going to feel like it though. We'll continue to drag with those feel like temperatures and wind chill values maintaining in that range into the teens or at best the lower 20s over the course of our day. Looking at our wind speeds, these are going to be the culprits as to why we're waking up to these temperatures that are going to be pretty uncomfortable over the course and whole duration of our Thursday here. Right now, clocking wind speeds around 10 miles an hour, maybe approaching 12 miles an hour wind speeds over in Athens and Spring City with wind gusts. Currently, they are going closer towards 20 miles an hour across some neighborhoods. Look at satellite radar. You can see how things are fairly quiet right now. Not much for any movement or any impacts from the system at this point. Gradual clearing of that cloud cover that's going to start to increase a bit and return and become a bit more cloudy as we head towards the later hours this afternoon and into tonight. And we can see a little bit of some wintry precip somewhat lingering over in the higher elevations, but even at this point, that's looking at a bit of a minimal at best in terms of shower activity, specifically snow shower activity that's happening over there. We have a winter weather advisory that's still in place until 11 o'clock this morning for portions of the higher elevations, as well as a winter storm warning that's in effect for that same time frame expiring at 11 o'clock today. Looking at our temperatures, like I mentioned, those are going to increase for us, barely making it to the freezing point at 32 degrees under some partly cloudy skies. Right now, mostly clear skies, but like I mentioned just a moment ago, we are expecting that cloud cover is going to begin to increase as we head towards the later hours this afternoon, and by tonight, again, increasing cloud cover in our skies over the course of our day. Looking at our futurecast, you can see a bit of a chance to see some lingering of that wintry precip along the higher elevations for the next few hours. But once we get towards this afternoon, it's going to really cap off. Dry air is going to begin to settle in and take on over. That's what's going to help clear our skies momentarily from some cloud cover before conditions start to allow for more cloud cover to rebuild and increase as we head towards tonight. Taking a look at our wind chills, like I mentioned, even though our air temperatures are going to make it potentially into those lower 30s, maybe at best making it to the freezing point at 32 degrees, it's just not going to feel like it as it relates towards our wind chill values or our feel like temperatures. We're still going to see over the course of the afternoon the highest that we'll potentially get to for our feel like temperatures or our wind chill values will be into the lower 20s. And then as we head towards tonight, falling back down towards the teens and maybe back down as low as the single digits as colder conditions take on over heading towards tonight into your Thursday morning. Looking at our lows for tonight, just so you can get something to reference this to, you can see that we'll be experiencing low temperatures tonight into the teens. So it's going to match pretty closely, thankfully, to our wind chill values, because we'll see our gusty winds kind of take a break a little bit overnight, but then pick up again ahead for us on our Friday morning. So that's going to help us out a little bit in terms of our feel like temperatures or our wind chill values not falling maybe below zero. I don't think that's going to be a possibility just because our wind speeds are going to lighten up for us tonight and then pick up as we head towards the morning hours into the afternoon, going back to more breezy type conditions in the forecast. But we are tracking yet another system that could give us even more wintry precip, maybe even more snowfall in the forecast potentially for the higher elevations. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out this futurecast for you so you can reference it here. We'll see heading into your Friday, the next system coming in that's going to first almost identical to the last system that we just had yesterday into today. First starting off as rainfall late on our Friday, then transitioning potentially into snow, particularly for the higher elevations on our Saturday morning. So we're looking at very similar impacts in terms of maybe nothing truly impactful in terms of issues for the valley or for the plateau. Maybe a sighting of some flurries or two at best, but for the most part, just going to be really just experiencing that snowfall potential for the higher elevations Friday night into your Saturday morning. Looking at your 7-day forecast here, like I mentioned, we will be experiencing a trend of these colder temperatures really just coming in by disturbance that's offering us, again, the second chance to see some wintry precip in the forecast. But of course, at the back end of it is going to be those colder conditions, that colder, drier air. That's going to give us some more sunshine ahead for us early next week into your Wednesday, and then we'll see our temperatures kind of stumble back down to the lower 30s and then rebound closer towards near average high temperatures by the midweek, reaching into the mid 40s. So again, thankfully our snow event that we were forecasting for panned out the way we expected, to be pretty much uneventful. So again, we're tracking this next system coming in Friday into Saturday, expecting right now the same type of similar event that we experienced yesterday into today ahead for us Friday and Saturday, and then thereon going forwards, expecting again temperatures that will be trending cold and very cold each and every morning, sitting into the 20s or into the teens before temperatures start to regulate a bit and rebound, get closer towards near average high temperatures into the mid to upper 40s ahead for us in the second half of your work week next week. Have a great day.